The dramatic setting of the hills near Queenstown produced an equally dramatic final day of the New Zealand PGA Pro-Am. Unheralded Australian Andrew Martin looked comfortable all week and took a one-shot lead into the final day. But it quickly became apparent conditions were perfect for those wanting to make a charge. And the man to fully take advantage was Kiwi talent Mike Hendry. Birdies on the first and second suggested Martin wouldn't have it all his own way. Hendry's birdie spree continued with the North Harbour professional adding another birdie thanks to this fine approach to the third. And it got even better when he fired into another pin on the par 3 fourth. It was a golden run for Hendry, who completed the stretch with his 5th straight birdie on the short par 4. Martin no longer had the outright lead and was about to embark on a fall as spectacular as Hendry's rise. He'd quickly undo his 3 early birdies. The 27-year-old would bogey the 6th and 7th and would follow that with another drop shot on 8 to hand the lead to Hendry. Worse was to come for Martin heading into the turn. He'd bogey again. Hendry now in the driving seat. But more drama was to come on the back 9, with Hendry at 19 under and ahead by 3, sent his tee shot on the par 3 16th plummeting into the creek.
Good shot.
From there, he'd failed to chip out not once, but twice. It went from bad to worse for Hendry, his 4th shot overshooting the green. His chances to win on home soil also sliding away. Finally on the green, Hendry would 2-putt to record a quadruple bogey and tumble down the leaderboard. It brought the likes of Mark Brown, Ryan Fox and Korea's Jin Jeong into contention. But it was Andrew Martin a hole behind with the most to gain after birdieing the downhill par 4 15th. But more was to come. Hendry showed incredible nerve attacking the long par 5 17th hole. From there he'd chip close for a gutsy bounce-back birdie. Hendry was at 16 under, as was Martin teeing off on the 17th. Finding the biggest bunker on the course, and more trouble was ahead. He'd bogey the 17th to hand the initiative back to Hendry. The big Kiwi was unaware and scrambled for par superbly on the 18th. Now a shot behind, Martin would need to birdie the last to force a playoff. He'd missed the green, and as Hendry watched on nervously from the practice green, the Aussie would need to chip in from the slope to force a playoff. Hendry triumphant by 2 shots after surviving the horror of a quadruple bogey.
I was just playing so good all day, and that 16th hole is just a really tough hole, and it doesn't take a lot to have something happen like that. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have taken a drop. But hey, ended up with the win at the end of the day. I like to think I've been in this position a little bit before, and I know that you can't let your emotions run away with yourself, and you've got to, you know, stick to your job you know, as long as you can, because you know, only one person can win, and if you're the guy who outlasts the rest mentally, you're probably going to do all right. So, you know, I managed to control myself after that issue, and you know, my caddy Jordan was fantastic. He helped me get right back on the job, and you know, obviously birdie down 17 was the clincher in the end.
His reaction on the 17th green speaking volumes.
It wasn't so much to the crowd as to myself to, you know, get up, you still had a chance, and you know, just sort of picked myself up again after the 16th, obviously, and you know, it was, like I say, it was more a pat on the back and come on, you still got this if you play well.
Winning on home soil, clearly putting this victory ahead of his Indonesia Open title.
To be honest, mate, this is probably sweeter. Vindication now that, you know, I've done it once, now I've done it twice. You know, sometimes, you know, people might say, oh, you're a one-hit wonder or whatever. You know, I'm just really, really happy I've been able to do it again and doing it in New Zealand. You know, it's just awesome. I'm just looking forward to catching up with friends and family over the next week, and you know, and thanking them for their support over the years. And you can't do this without heaps of support, you know, in your personal life. And you know, I thank all those people for their support over the years. You know, I think I should be able to finish pretty high up in the Aussie Order of Merit now, which bodes well for some Q schools and things for that next year. So it takes a bit of pressure off for the rest of the year, and you know, now I've just got to focus on continuing to play well up in Asia, and you know, hopefully turn what's already a good year into a great year.
Hendry would add his name to a trophy that includes Kiwi legends such as Charles, Lister, Turner and Glading, a prospect that left him emotional.
It's going to be awesome, mate. I mean, I'm part of New Zealand golfing history now, and you know, it's awesome.
Michael Hendry, a hugely popular champion of the inaugural New Zealand PGA Pro-Am.